So far we've just been working with the equals operator, where for a row to satisfy the condition, their column must absolutely equal the value. It's got to equal it exactly. Let's say we want to do it the opposite way. We want all the rows where the column does not equal that particular value. It's got to be any value except the one that we're indicating. Well, that's quite easy, because all we've got to do is, much like in maths, we substitute equals with not equals. It's as simple as that. So looking over our query again, that will get us everybody whose last name is a Smith or an Adams or an Abercrombie, but the first name is anything other than Eduardo. Let's see what happens. Oh, check that out. Okay, we've got some Kims, we've got some Aarons, Charleses, lots of them. There you go. So not equals, pretty powerful, very handy piece of a command. So I'm now going to show you another technique of getting stuff that's not equal to what we want. And I'm going to slowly, I'm just going to simplify our query. I'm just going to get rid of that second condition there about the first name. Just get rid of it altogether. And we're just limited to the bit about the last names. We're interested in the 3 lots of last names: Smith, Adams, or Abercrombie. Now, let's say we're interested in everybody except the Smiths, the Adamses, and the Abercrombies. And I tell you that because I was training a group of SQL trainees, and one of the trainees asked me to do this big query on the board because her boss had actually asked her to do it. She said, "Oh, my boss came up to me the other day and wanted this query, show me how to do it," and I did it on the board. And then she said, and then my boss came back 5 minutes later and said, "Can you give me a list of everybody except the ones on those lists, sort of the opposites?" So that's what I'm going to show you how to do, is how to get everybody except this condition. Now, there's 2 ways to do it. There's a long way and there's a short way, and I'm going to show you the short way. So we've got our conditions here: Smith, Adams, and Abercrombie, and all we've got to do is to get everybody except that bunch of 3 bunches is using this word, one simple word, not. So everybody except those guys, literally what SQL is going to do is it's going to go to each row and say, okay, are they not a Smith and not an Adams and not an Abercrombie, and they will be returned. So it literally goes, okay, do they satisfy that condition? Yes, then I'm going to not return them. So if you can sort of mentally flip that. But if we look at the results, it should become apparent. So let's execute it. Oh, check that out. There's an Abbas, there's an Abel. Is there an Adams? Well, let's just slowly scroll down the last names. A, B, C, D, no, there's no Adamses. Is there any Abercrombies? No, there isn't. If there was, they would be between the Abel and the Abelorus, I think that is. And they're not. And I'll tell you what, let's scroll down and I bet you we'll find that there's no Smiths either. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Right, and we'll just run it up a bit. Slavin, Sloan, Smith, Bates, but no Smiths. So it's done exactly where we want it to, not all those guys. Very handy and powerful command is not. So let's summarize what we've just learned. We've learned 2 new keywords, the not equals operator and the not operator. Not equals is another comparison operator like equals, except it's the opposite, not equals, simple. And you've got the keyword not, which gets us everything except the conditions following it.